Hello guys, it's Myrene here, and today I am going to be showing you guys another hook-only rainbow loom bracelet. And the bracelet that I am going to be making today is the Mr. Freeze bracelet. I've invented this yesterday, so I thought to myself, why not make a bracelet that's based on a fictional character? And I love Mr. Freeze. I think he's awesome. Alright, so I am going to show you guys how to make this and how to install these cat bands here in the center, and I'm going to also be showing you guys how to do some stitching on the sides here. And then you're going to need a dark blue C-clip if you have one. If you don't have one, that's fine, you can just use a regular one. But yeah, alright. Also, before making this, I just want to say that making this bracelet requires a lot of patience and care, because installing the cat bands can be pretty difficult. Alright, so to start this, what you're going to do is take your cat band. Well, take a band and create a cat band. Oops. And then what you're going to do is take your outside color, which is the dark blue, there's also one more thing I need to mention. Sorry, I forgot to mention this, but the colors that you are going to need, if you have these shades, you are going to need a dark blue. I think this is sky blue. And then for the center band here, you're going to need like a pastel blue. Alright. Now that you've put your band on, what we're going to do is add our side band. So you're going to take a band, loop this through like that, and then take another one and do the same thing. And then take another one and loop it through like that. And we're going to turn this around and do the same thing on the other side. Okay. We're going to do the same thing, add our bands, our side bands. And make sure both sides look the same. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 bands on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 bands on the other. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to add our inside color in the center here. So what we're going to do is take off these 3 bands and hold on to them. And we're going to put our center bands on like that, put our inside on, and then put our outer 3 back on. That way you have something like that. And now what we're going to do is we are going to install our cat bands, which can be kind of tricky, but if you pay attention, then you should be able to get the hang of it. So what we're going to do is take our outer 2 off and hold on to these. Make sure you hold on to your outside bands really tightly. You're going to turn your hook like this. Make your cat band. Oof. Make your cat band. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our cat band over, hold on for a second. Okay, so we're going to put this cat band over these 2 bands right here. So we're going to take our cat band and then put it over these 2. And this can be pretty tricky. And this could take some time, so bear with me here as I try to do this correctly. Okay, so after you've got your cat band over this, you're going to slowly slip it off. Slip it off your hook, and then put your inside bands back on, and then turn your hook back around, put your outer two back on, and you should have something like this. And as you can see, our cat band is inside in the center. So we're going to turn this around and do the same thing on the other side. Make sure to take some time to make sure you get every single band when you turn your bands around. There is no rush when making this or any bracelet. Okay. We're going to install our cat band over these two bands, just like what we did on the other side. So you're going to take your outer off, hold on to it. Your hook is facing this way. To take your cat band, hook it on. You're going to put it over these two bands. So you're going to take it and try to put it through. Okay, so after you did that, make sure you hold on tightly to these. What you're going to do is slowly slip it off, put these inside bands back on, turn your loom back around, and put your outer two back on. That way you have something like this. Now what we're going to do is take our light blue band and put it in between here, like that. And take your outer color, which is your dark blue, and hook these three on. And we're going to turn our bands around and do the same thing. Make sure you grab every single band, or else your bracelet is going to unravel. Okay, so after when you did that, you should have something like this. Now what we're going to do is add our inside color. So take your outer two off, hold on to it, add your lighter blue, take your center bands and loop it through, put your inside on, and put your outside color back on. What we're going to do is add our dark blue, turn it around, Alright, now this is the part where we add our cat bands into the center here. So you take your outer two off, create your cat band, and we're going to add it over these two bands. And make sure you grab both and hold on to them very tightly. We're going to slowly slip it off. Put these back on. Turn our hook back around. Put our outer two back on. Oops. Make sure this band does not pop off. You have something like that. And we're going to turn this around and do the same thing on the other side. Take your outer two off, hold on to it, grab your cat band color, put it over those two bands, hold on to these tightly, and slowly slip it off. Put those inside bands back on. Turn your loom back around and put your outside color back on. Now what we're going to do is take our lighter blue, put it in between bands here. Take your outside color and loop those three. Turn this around and do the same thing. Take our outer two and put our light blue on. Take your center band, pull that through, and then put your lighter blue back on and put your outer two back on. And we're gonna keep doing the same exact pattern. In this video, I'm just making a small centerpiece, or I'm sorry, I can't talk. What I meant to say was, I am making a small sample, so I'm not making a full bracelet. And I'm not doing that again because on the day when I was making this bracelet, it took forever. Like, it was very, it was irritating. It was, especially when it came to installing these cat bands. And I was kind of struggling, trying to put this together, but then more practicing I did, I eventually got the hang of it and finally made the whole thing. So yeah, all right, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Make sure this cat band goes over these two. Make sure to hold on dearly to these and then pull it over, let it slip, and put these back on. And then put back on your outer color. And you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. But yeah, like, making this thing on the day when I was making it was such a struggle. But I finally got the hang of it and finally finished it. And I was like, thank God. Alright. So, same thing on this side. Put your cat band through. Make sure it goes over those two bands, so that way they're inside. these two. Slowly let it slip and put this back on. Turn your loom or your hook back around and put your outer back on. I'm going to take our lighter blue, put it in between. Turn it around, do the same thing on the other side. It is not easy getting this through, but like I said, take your time because this does require patience and a lot of care. So like, this is like the #1 thing I hate about making this, but I have to make it again to show you guys. Oh my god. So bear with me real quick. Hold on just a second, because I can't hold on to this. Guys, I also want to show y'all something. If you guys don't feel like holding on to this, you can grab a C-clip and hook it on or clip it on, but still keep an eye on it at the same time. So it could just hang on like that while you try to deal with this. Alright, so let me try to pull this through. Alright, finally. Okay, slowly slip it off. Put it back on. Take your outer, put it back on. Sorry about that, guys. Struggling there. Alright. Now the easy part. Switch that over. Put your outer on. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, take this off, put my inside color on. Okay. Alright. This back on. Put your outer back on. Unclip it. And turn this around. Do the same thing on the other side. I am finished making a little sample. Now what we're going to do is we are going to close this off by making sure you have 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dark blue bands on top. You're going to take a simple band, one band, and loop all of this through. Simply close it and get a C-clip. Alright, now what we're going to do is do some stitching onto the sides here. And for this part, you're only going to need your dark blue bands and your sky blue bands. Okay, so what we are going to do, how we're going to stitch this is by, if you look at your bracelet, you can see there are some teardropped rubber bands. There are some teardropped shapes. We're going to stitch those. Okay, so we're going to go in here like that, and then you're going to take your dark blue band and pull it through. You're going to go into your next teardrop and do the same thing. And instead of dark blue, we're going to use your sky blue and loop that through. Go into your next teardrop and do the same thing. By switching colors, dark blue to sky blue. And at the very top, we're going to loop these two big ones. As you can see here at the very top, we're going to loop those. Alright, so now what we're going to do is put this band back to here, and we're going to put these through this band just so it could this could hold on to these, just like how it's holding on to these bands. So the way to do that is to put this back on your hook, unclip it, and what we're going to do is take one side, hold on to it, take this, pull it through, put this back on, take your C-clip and clip it back on. So as you can see, this simple band is holding on to all these bands. Turn this around and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. As you can see, one side is stitched. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Remember to hook your teardrop shaped bands. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, start off with dark blue, and then go into the next tier and hook on your light blue. Go into the next one, hook on your dark, and do the same thing till you reach to the top. These very top ones, we're gonna hook those. So we're gonna do the same thing, what we did on the other side of the very top. Hook this back on, unclip it. Take one side off and put this back on. All right, and put this back on. All right, same thing. And take your C-clip and clip it on. And then when you have made your whole bracelet, you can find your cat band and clip it. Alright, so this was very challenging. It was really not that easy making this. But in order to achieve this, if you really want to do this, you have to do what's been shown in this video. Alright guys, so that is it for the Mr. Freeze bracelet. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Do you like it or not? Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and that's it.